At 4:51 a.m., a terrified young woman ran barefoot through a quiet Long Island neighborhood, knocking on strangers' doors, screaming that someone was trying to kill her. Minutes later, she vanished into the darkness. That panic call would accidentally uncover one of the most disturbing crime mysteries in modern American history. The Long Island Serial Killer, a true crime story. In May 2010, Shannan Gilbert, a 23-year-old escort, arrived at a client's house in Oak Beach, New York. She had done this before, answered online ads, met clients, left quietly. But this night was different. Something frightened her. Shannan fled the house and dialed 911. The recording captures her fear, fragmented sentences, pleading voices in the background, a sense that she believed she was about to die. Neighbors later said she banged on their doors, begging for help. No one let her in. Within minutes, Shannan disappeared into the marshland near the ocean. At first, police treated it as a missing person case. They had no idea what they were about to find. The discovery while searching for Shannan along Ocean Parkway, a desolate strip of road bordered by beach and brush. A police K-9 alerted near the dunes. Officers uncovered human remains wrapped in burlap. Then another. Then another. By December 2010, 4 women had been found laid out along the same stretch of road, only a few hundred feet apart. The media would later call them the Gilgo Four. All 4 were young women. All worked as escorts. All vanished after meeting clients they contacted online. The pattern was undeniable. It's a victim's POV. For the victims, this wasn't recklessness, it was survival. Many were struggling financially, some supporting families. Friends described them as cautious. They checked in, shared locations, trusted their instincts. But someone had learned how to exploit that trust. One victim's sister later revealed that after her sibling disappeared, the family received taunting phone calls. The caller mocked them, withheld information, and seemed to enjoy their pain. Police later confirmed the calls were made from the victim's phone long after she was dead. That detail changed everything. This wasn't just murder, it was control. The expanding horror. As searches continued, investigators found more remains, not just along Ocean Parkway, but scattered across Long Island. Some bodies were dismembered, some dated back years earlier. One victim was identified only by a peach-shaped tattoo and was known for decades as Peaches. Her toddler daughter's remains were found miles away. This raised terrifying questions. Was this one killer or several? Were all the victims connected? Had some murders gone unnoticed for years? Even Shannan Gilbert's body, found in 2011, complicated the case. Authorities ruled her death accidental, but her family insisted something was wrong. To this day, many believe her death is linked, even if indirectly, to the killer. Law enforcement POV. For years, the investigation stalled. Jurisdictional conflicts, leadership changes, and early missteps slowed progress. Families accused police of not acting fast enough because the victims were sex workers. Behind the scenes, however, detectives were quietly building a case using new forensic tools that didn't exist when the murders happened. Advanced DNA analysis, cell tower mapping, and burner phone tracking. One name kept surfacing: the suspect. 2023, more than a decade after the first bodies were found, police arrested Rex Heuermann, married architect living a normal suburban life. The evidence was chilling. Hairs allegedly linking him to multiple victims. Burner phones traced to his locations, internet searches obsessively focused on the murders. A physical description matching witness accounts. Prosecutors charged him with multiple murders. He pleaded not guilty. Defense POV. The defense argues the case is circumstantial. No eyewitnesses, no confession, no single piece of DNA placing him at every crime scene. They suggest some victims may belong to different killers. Evidence could be misinterpreted. Media pressure rushed conclusions, and that's where the mystery deepens. Because even today, not all victims have been legally connected to one person. Why this case still haunts America. The crimes span years, possibly decades. Victims were found in different conditions and locations. One disappearance accidentally exposed a mass grave. Key questions remain unanswered. Was Shannan Gilbert running from the killer war toward the truth? Did one man act alone, or was Long Island hiding multiple predators? And how many victims were never found? Final chill. Ocean Parkway still looks peaceful. Cars pass, waves crash. People jog by the dunes. But beneath that quiet stretch of road lies a reminder that sometimes the most horrifying crimes aren't discovered by brilliant detective work. They're uncovered by a single, terrified voice on a 911 call that never made it to safety.